Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Mike Chua, physical therapist, certified dementia practitioner, and your alternative career coach. Welcome to our career healthcare podcast and show where we talk about different ways to find your alternative career and achieve both work and financial freedom. So visit our website, drmikechua.com or alternativehealthcarecareers.com for more information. Again, thank you for watching and listening. Welcome to our show. Be awesome, be great, be excellent, ACG. Have a great day and enjoy the show. Bye-bye. All right. Well, hello, everyone. This is Dr. Mike Chua, physical therapist and certified dementia practitioner. And today, I know it's really too early for us to do some Facebook living and everything like that, but I'm just excited to share in our alternative career group the awesome, the dashing, the debonair, professional speaker, name it, he's done it. He used to be a pastor and everything like that. And now he's like a professional speaker that goes around all over the world speaking and doing this as a professional speaker. So again, thank you very much, Mr. Grant Baldwin. I really, really appreciate for your time. I know you're very busy. And I just want to learn from you, sir. I just want to learn from you. For those people who don't know Mr. Grant Baldwin, he's actually a professional speaker. And I've learned a lot from him just by listening to his podcast. He has this awesome podcast called the Speaker Lab. And if you want to be a professional speaker, listen to that podcast. You will learn a lot from it and just devour every single episode. So again, thank you very much, Mr. Grant. Appreciate you for coming over. And thank you.
You bet, man. You bet. Thanks for letting me hang out with you, Dr. Mike. Appreciate it.
Well, first of all, I want to ask where you're from and why did you become a professional speaker?
Yeah. So if we go way back in time, I'm actually from Missouri, and growing up, I was really involved with my local church, and my youth pastor had a big impact on my life. So, like you kind of mentioned, after that, I actually worked at a different church as a youth pastor and had a lot of opportunities to speak there. And speaking was one of those things I really, really enjoyed, and so decided to make a career out of that and figured out how to do that. And so for the past about 13 years or so, I've been in the speaking industry, largely as a speaker. Then the past few years, like you mentioned, we run a training company called the Speaker Lab, where we teach people how to find and book paid speaking gigs. So we find that a lot of people who want to certainly be a full-time speaker. I was at my height, I was doing 60, 70 gigs a year. And there's certainly people who want to do that much or more. And other people who may be watching or listening going like, I don't want to do that. You know, I'm a doctor. I have something else going on, but I wouldn't mind doing, 5 gigs or 10 gigs here or there. And I'm just having trouble trying to find those gigs and knowing how much to charge and what do you speak about and that sort of thing. And so that's the core of what we teach now, is teach people how to find and book gigs. So, and I live with my family outside of Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So no reason why I want to move to Franklin or
come on
or
down,
Nashville.
Man. It's a good place to be.
I know, right? Well, anyway, a lot of us here in this alternative career group for rehab professional, we know how to express ourselves. We know how to educate our patient, but we actually don't know the art of actually speaking,
sure.
the art of closing a deal. So if you are really interested in leveling up your career or leveling up your business itself, going out and speaking is actually going to increase your influence, your impact, and obviously your income as a professional, as a profession. Me, myself, I'm quote unquote physical therapist, and I go out and talk about Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Because of that, me going out and speaking around at least once a month, I've improved my influence and impact in our industry. So if you are right now, if you are a physical therapist, OT, physician, speech therapist, a pathologist in our group right now here, reach out to Grant because he has this program. He actually has a book. He just launched a new book called The Successful Speaker. It's actually an awesome book, and it's how you're going to start your own speaking career. And he actually has a group too, right, Grant? Can you share us your group?
Yeah. We have a free Facebook group you can find over at thespeakerlabgroup.com, thespeakerlabgroup.com. It'll redirect you there. But yeah, we've got a free Facebook group. I think there's like 14,000 people or so in there, speakers at all different levels, trying to help each other. And yeah, like you mentioned, we've got the book for people who are looking for a little bit more, just kind of a step-by-step process of exactly how to go about finding and booking paid gigs.
Mm-hmm. I guess my first question or my second question, Grant, is like me, I'm just starting as a speaker and I haven't done this for a long time. Unlike you, on an average, how much does a starting amateur speaker can we charge for?
Yeah, there's a lot of variables that go into it. So let me give you some kind of big picture answers here. One of the variables is going to be your industry. You can charge more in some industries versus others. You can charge more speaking to corporations versus nonprofits. You can charge more speaking to colleges versus elementary schools. It's not that one's better or worse than the other, but different industries command different prices. Another variable and factor is going to be your experience. If you're a brand new speaker just getting started, you typically won't be able to charge as much as someone who's been doing this for many years and are just frankly a better speaker. And then the final variable, amongst others, is going to be your marketing materials. So specifically your website and your video. Like whether we like it or not, people judge books by their cover. And so if your website sucks or if your demo video isn't that good, then people assume that you're not that good of a speaker, even though that may not be fair, may not be accurate. And so you want to make sure that your website, your marketing materials, that they look sharp and that they look professional. Now, having said that, a lot of speakers, especially newer speakers, again, depending on those different variables, usually around $1,000 to up to $5,000 is a decent starting range. One of the things that we did to kind of help with this is when people ask us, hey, how much should I charge as a speaker? And again, the answer is kind of, it depends, which is a horrible answer. So we put together a free tool that people can check out if they like. It's over at myspeakerfee.com, myspeakerfee.com. It's a free speaking fee calculator that you answer basically 7 or 8 questions. It takes you less than a minute, and it'll tell you what you should be charging as a speaker. Now, I will say that it's much more of an art than a science. Again, there's a lot of variables that go into it, but at least it gives you kind of a starting point of like, all right, taking all these different variables based for me, where I'm at, what I want to do, what should I be charging? So that's the shortcut answer, is to go to myspeakerfee.com.
Amazing. Okay, well, we're also going to put that in our show notes and also in this thread right now, myspeakerfee.com. That's amazing. We really need that because that's the most common question that I get too, especially when I'm creating the CEU courses. In our field, it's different, Grant, because we're trying to get some CEU continuing education units, and they're asking, how much do I charge for this, Michael? How much do I do this, and everything like that. So Grant is just very awesome at this. He's speaking, I guess you started in schools, right? And then you progressed to corporation and everything like that. So a lot of people would recommend you start low, start locally, start with your local associations. In our case, in the medical field, you start locally in your local association. In my case, we do American Physical Therapy Association. I do the Tennessee Healthcare Association, and go from there, go up from there, and start reaching out to schools and also to different colleges and different associations, whether it's locally and nationally. So thank you, Grant, for everything. I know you're a busy man. And any last parting wisdom that you can give us starting speakers in our field? Hopefully we get a lot of more medical professional speaking. So
yeah, one of the best things I would say is, and I think this really I've used this analogy a lot with medical professionals, is you want to be really, really clear on who you speak to and what's the problem that you solve, right? So let's say as doctors, right? You guys all went to medical school. You're all doctors. You got the fancy letters before and after your name, right? But the best doctors are the ones that specialize and do one thing and do that one thing really, really well. So let me give you an example. Last week, my wife had to have a hysterectomy, and it's a major surgery. And thankfully, we're about 8 days past that. She's doing better and hanging in there and slowly improving. And so one of the things I've kind of been joking about is before she had the surgery, we have a choice. Like, you could go to a regular, family general physician who went to medical school, has probably done a few surgeries here and there, probably knows more about the human body than we do, and maybe has never done a hysterectomy. And I'm like, that's not the doctor that I want performing the surgery, versus the doctor who ended up performing the surgery has been doing a hysterectomy surgery for 25 years. And like, they are an expert at this. They could probably do it blindfolded. I'm glad that they didn't. But like, that's the doctor that I want working on my wife, right? So the same thing is true for a speaker, someone who even though like I could speak to colleges and I could speak to schools and I could speak to medical facilities and hospitals and I could speak to associations, and I could speak to corporations, and I could speak to churches, I could do all of those things. You don't want to do all those things. You want to say, no, I do this and I am the best at that, versus trying to be all things for all people. So so that'd be the best thing I would say, would be really, really focused. But again, we dig into that, all of that more inside the Successful Speaker 5 Steps for Booking Gigs, Getting Paid, Building Your Platform. Go pick up the book now.
There you go, the successful speaker. So I like what Grant said. If you are watching on the replay or the live video, comment live on the. If you're watching live, and if you're watching on the replay, obviously comment replay. But I like what Grant said about finding that specific niche. And that's what I've been teaching you guys in Alternative Careers Group. Find that specific niche. In my case, do you think people will come to me if I just say I'm just a regular physical therapist? No, I have to tell them, okay, I'm a doctor of physical therapy. I am the certified dementia practitioner. And doctors refers patients to me, not just dementia patient. They refer me stroke patient. I get knee replacement patient, hip replacement patient, and that's my specialty. You have to niche down in order for you to scale up. I like what Grant said. You have to find that specific niche, narrow down, in that way you can identify that problem. And that once you've identified that problem, you find that solution to it, and then boom, you got your specific topic to talk about. Again, thank you very much, Grant. I really appreciate you for everything that you do for your group, the Speaker Lab community, and where can we find you? Where can we reach out to you? Your email, your website, and hopefully we can help you. You can help us get better in our profession. So.
Yeah. Everything that we do is over at thespeakerlab.com, thespeakerlab.com. We have like you mentioned, we have a podcast by the same name, the Speaker Lab Podcast. And so, yeah, there's no shortage of free content over there. Check it out. Check out the book. And if there's anything we can do to help you, just let us know.
All right. Thank you very much, Grant. I really appreciate you. And before I let you go, Grant, always remember the word FAST, ACG. We call ACG Alternative Careers Group. So always remember the word FAST, ACG, FAST. First is find friends that will push you to your next level. You are the average of the 5 people you hang out with, guys. Right now, I'm hanging out with Grant, and I want to be awesome. I want to just want to be an awesome speaker like him. So I'm hanging out with him. So find friends that will push you to your next level. Go to the Speaker Lab community group. Learn from him, learn from his group, learn from his coaches there, and that way you can be the average of the 5 people you hang out with. Next letter A. You gotta learn how to take action. All this stuff that we're doing here, this is a free video. This is a free podcast. Grant has all this free shows in his podcast, and I've learned a lot from it, but it's not going to do me good. It's not going to do Grant good if you don't take action. I took action. And now I'm speaking once a month, talking about Alzheimer's and dementia. All right, so take action. What's the next letter? Letter S. Letter S. Shoot for the moon. Why? Because when you miss it, you're going to be eventually landing with the stars. You are going to fail, guys. You are going to fail. But when you fail forward. Might as well fail with somebody trying to pick you up. Grant will help you pick you up when you fail, when you make a mistake. The secret to successful speaker is there's the book there. Grab that book, and it will help you get up when you fall and fail as a speaker. Last but not the least, what's the last letter? Letter T. Not time out, but teach it. When you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. When you're actually teaching it, you're actually understanding it more. And that's what Grant is doing, is teaching us how to be a better speaker, how to find gigs, how to repeat this process again and again, so you can find speaking gigs again and again. Again, Grant, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you for your time. Any last parting wisdom for us?
Man, I would echo what you just said. Like, it's one thing to read about it. It's another thing to actually take action on it. So just listening to this, just watching this does nothing for you on its own. So you have to do something with what you've learned here.
All right. Thank you, Grant. Appreciate you. Check out this book, The Successful Speaker. Again, thank you, Grant. Appreciate you, and have a good morning, guys.
Thanks, Doc.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show. Check out our website at drmikechua.com or alternativehealthcarecareers.com for more information. Again, ACG, be awesome, be great, be excellent. Thank you, and hope to see you on our next episode. Goodbye.